Point out the emergency exit sign over there. And over there, both sides of the room. And you start with the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Right. Any public comments? Yes. Okay.
Check out our website.
Any programming associated with that? Okay. Okay.
Aaron, do you want to come up here and speak into the microphone? Okay.
That's fine. Great. So everyone check out the website. Chappaqua Perfect.
Thank you.
Okay. Next is the acceptance of the minutes from the September meeting. I'll make a motion that I move that the board approve the minutes of the September 15th, 2025 regular meeting as drafted. Okay.
Second.
Okay. We've all looked at the minutes. Does anyone want to discuss them? So we'll vote.
Thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous. Okay, next is the finance section. George, I'll hand it over to you.
Yes, I'm in receipt of the report for September 2025. There's nothing remarkable compared to other reports. There are still 20 checks over 6 months old that are outstanding. That's a lot more than we've had before, so I guess that is a little bit remarkable. But I'm sure that is some checks that have been accumulating in addition to the ones from the prior month statement.
And the dollar amount's small, right?
Well, it's $5,000, $6,000. I mean, they're funds that have been spent, but they just have not been either cashed or received by the vendors. So
Interest-free loan.
yes. And then we have also, based on the testing for the payroll, everything was in order. There were no findings at this time. There were some transactions that are missing signatures. I spoke with Jen briefly about this. This is more of a, although the signature is required, for some reason, the signature attached to the signature on the invoice that we require for Jen to sign on, for some reason was not signed. So I'll speak to Jen about that separately, and we'll see what we can do just to tighten that up. Nothing else. I move that the board approve the September 2025 Treasurer's Report as presented. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Unanimous. Back to you, Brian.
All right. Jennifer will now move to the library director and any department head reports.
Sure. We have a couple of retirements. Robert Wolf, who worked here for a number of years, retired on September 30th. And Denise Minson, who is our head of adult services, will be retiring at the end of October on the 30th. And in anticipation of that, Robin Friedman and I have asked Amy Berger to be the interim head of adult services as of November 3rd, which is the following Monday. We had already been starting the process to canvass the civil service lists for a librarian one, because with Joan retiring at the end of the year, we knew we were going to need to help staff that department a little better. So that paperwork is out. We haven't heard back from civil service yet, but we will. And in the time, for the time being, Amy will be the interim. We'll see how that goes, and we'll also start canvassing for that as well.
And how is the new approach to the programming, the team approach? How's that working out so far?
I think the adult services department has done really, really well. Their program, I mean, the Spice Club you can't get into for a couple of months in advance at this point. And they've all done really well. And, you know, I think with programming, you can just throw something against the wall and hope it sticks. And if it doesn't, then you regroup. But they've done remarkably well. So, and they've been in flux for a really long time, you know, since I've gotten here. They've had a lot of changes thrown at them and they've handled it really beautifully. So I'm
Great to hear.
hoping that the addition of another librarian in that department will flesh things out for them.
Excellent.
Under civil service rules, can Amy be a candidate for full-time?
So Amy just got promoted to librarian 2. And we can tap her to be the head of adult services. For now, she just wants to be the interim. And so we're gonna see how that goes for a few months and go from there.
Allows her to test drive.
Exactly.
Great.
And one other thing I want to mention, although there's no motion in for this month, we are going to look to bring Jacob Demlow, who's a part-timer in the children's room, on full-time before the end of the year, which will also help because Robin's been so busy taking on more and more admin
That's great.
duties. Yeah, he's been a wonderful addition to the staff.
Nice.
And my only other thing I wanted to mention was that we have 4 presentations coming up this week for firms that are pitching to help us with our master plan and strategic plan. And so we'll see where that goes.
This Wednesday, 11:30, right?
Correct.
Okay.
That's all I have.
Well, if that's all, we'll move to the committee reports. I see George, you're
Okay.
first up.
Jen, before we move for the service level agreement with the WLS, can you speak to that for a second? Just
Sure.
Explain that.
So Westchester Library System, we are part of that consortium and we rely on them heavily for IT services, for our emails, for interlibrary loan, databases, a whole host of items. And so this is our agreement with them for the year 2026, starting in January.
Was there a dramatic increase in this amount compared to last year?
No, there was a slight increase, which they had warned us about.
Mhm.
I would
And
say it's like 5,000 higher.
yeah, about.
And there's been an increase every single year. Yeah.
Sure. I move that the board approve the service level agreement with Westchester Library System for the year 2026 in the amount of $108,851.74. Second.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Unanimous.
One sort of post-vote
Sure.
question.
Mhm.
In prior years, we've sort of increased, decreased the number of computers supported. Have we needed to do that this year? Or?
Last year, we actually had them remove, I think it was 5
Yeah.
computers. Yeah. And that lowered the cost of it because we pay about $1,000 per item that we have with them that they support.
Yeah.
So,
But no changes made in. except for
no,
that.
yeah,
Okay, great. Thank you.
sure.
All right, building and grounds. I see you do not have any business posted. Do you have anything you want to add or?
Nope, Jen already mentioned the interviews for the master plan.
Great. I will fill in for the Personnel Committee. I'd like to make a motion. I move that the board approve an increase in the salary of Shane Aiello to $51,906.40 annually, retroactive to July 1st of 2025. Any second,
Second.
any discussion?
Was
Yeah.
this an increase in pay or an increase, change in position that required the pay?
So this motion and the following motion for Lori Cohen are both related to additional duties that they both took on after the retirement of Sally Scudo. And Shane took over being the head of technical services, and Lori has also taken on some additional responsibilities that Sally had overseen. So this was an oversight on my part. They should have been given a bump sooner than this, so.
Thus the retroactive.
Correct.
Okay,
All in favor?
aye,
Aye.
all right, unanimous. Next motion, I move that the board approve an increase in the salary of Lori Cohen to $25.18 per hour, retroactive to July 1st of 2025.
Second.
Jen, do you want to give us any context there, or just?
Oh,
That
was the same.
Yeah, I'm sorry, it's the
Yep.
same scenario.
So all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Just for my notes, so Shane is head of technical services as a result,
Correct.
and the responsibilities Lori took on from Sally.
Yes, well, Shane also took over for Sally, and Lori's, they're both doing more at
Okay.
this point.
Related to
Yeah.
technical services, okay. Thank you.
Next, I move that the board approve the promotion of Amanda Allen to full-time library clerk with an annual salary of $49,140. Her first day of work in this role will be November 12, 2025. And second,
A second.
Okay, so Amanda works as a library clerk in the children's room, and she works 17 hours a week. But with the retirement of Bob Wolf, we needed more support in the circulation department. And Amanda's been a very well-regarded member of the staff for a long time. And so Marge and Robin worked together just to figure out how we could make this work for her. So that's how we got to this point.
Does that entitle her to health benefits?
It does.
okay. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Next motion, I move that the board approve the promotion of Amy Berger to Librarian 2 effective October 18th, 2025, with an annual salary of $73,353.00. Any second?
Second.
I think we kind of discussed this earlier. So all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. And last personnel motion, I move that the board approve the additional annual stipend of $5,000 to Amy Berger for standing in as interim head of adult services effective November 3rd, 2025. Any second?
Second.
Okay. Discussion?
So Jen, how's that work? Is it prorated for the period that she's in her own?
Yeah, so it'll just, and if we all decide that she should be the permanent head.
Right.
Yeah.
Of course.
Right.
And that's a standard across department heads.
Yeah.
And that's paid out per paycheck. It's not a 5,001 lump sum.
Right.
Okay, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Unanimous again. All right. Policy bylaws committee does not have any additional business. I see nothing in new business. I see nothing in next steps. Our next meeting will be Monday, November 17th at 7 p.m. Everyone put that in your calendars. And if we don't have anything else, I would make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Okay, that was fast.
All in
All
favor?
in favor?
Aye.
Awesome.